guys? It's Mr. Masseuse here. Today I'm going to be talking about tips to help you and assist you in staying alive for longer periods of time. If you know a way to add years to your life, would you not want to do it? Hell yeah, I would. Today is not going to be the typical tips that you've probably heard in the past, your exercise, diet, eating healthy, all of that. I'm not going to get too far into that stuff. Today I'm going to be talking about facts that I've found as far as research goes that are awesome. Now, laughing more often is a good thing. So whether that's you getting on the book, Instagram, YouTube, actually going out and hanging out with your friends, maybe going to a comedy club, that is something that you want to do quite often. Laughing releases dopamine, which is a chemical within your brain that makes you happy. It assists you in releasing the day-to-day stress that most of us get. So laughing with your friends is going to help you out a bunch. The next one I'd like to move on to is a light daily consumption of alcohol. Who would have guessed? Now, we heard of the wine glass, I have, where you drink one glass of wine a day, keeps the doctor away. Now I want to move on to how many drinks per day you must keep it at. So we're wanting to be at 1 to 3 drinks per day to be in your healthy range. Anything below or above that is actually not as good as the 1 to 3 drinks. You would think no drinks per day would be the best, but that's not the case. Research states 1 to 3 drinks, which drinking is a great stress reliever, so it makes sense. Limit yourself to 1 to 3 drinks. Do not become a heavy alcoholic, nor should you just, well, if you want to stay away from alcohol, I suggest sticking with that, but I'm just saying it's okay to have 1 to 3 drinks. I don't want to influence you to start drinking or pick up a drinking habit because of me. I'm not a fucking doctor, man. This is just research here, so do whatever you gotta do. Let's move on to starving yourself. Starving yourself. You might not believe me right now, or you might have heard of fasting and you're like, okay, here we go down this road. So fasting, or water fasting, is going more, in my eyes, more than 16 hours without food. Now, the good thing about going 16 hours without food is that sleeping counts. So if you sleep your standard 7-8 hours, then you're going to be able to equate that into your fasting. So if you sleep 8 hours, you only have to go 8 hours up until the afternoon without eating, and that's considered a fast. And that's allowing your body to clean out the toxins and clean up the excess food in your digestive system. Maybe you had a hefty meal the day before and you wanted to fast to burn the rest of it off, which is definitely a good idea. I suggest doing that at least once per week, and I'm talking 16 hours or more. Now, if you're going 30 days like some people do, that's freaking insane. Oh, and also, once you hit that 72-hour marker of not eating, you'll actually enter ketosis, and that's when your body starts doing the real work. That's whenever it starts burning off the fat. You know, whether your trouble areas, your stomach, your maybe you got man boobs, maybe you got fat hanging underneath your arm, whatever that is. If you are able to enter ketosis, you're going to start burning that fat off a lot quicker. Just talk to a medical professional before you do this. Move on to the next one. Having close relationships. Now, close relationships, kind of like the laughing, someone to vent to. Now, whether you're posting to Facebook, you have people getting addicted to posting. You have the addicts, man. You know who they are. You have the people that don't post at all and just go through the streams talking shit about the people that post a lot. I've been on both ends of the barrel, man. It just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. Whether I'm pissed off or whether I'm happy as shit, or if I'm lonely, then I'm posting more than normal. Oh man, it just depends. Other than that, that's actually having your family, close relatives to talk to vent to, maybe to give your feedback to them, for them to give their feedback to you. It just helps. And the closest way I can relate this information to is if you guys ever watched like any of these prison documentaries. You see these guys in these cells going crazy, man. Like, they're in there going wacko, and I'm talking the ones that are in there for like 23 hours a day, and then they have that hour where they can take a shower and then walk around their little fenced-in area. They just start pissing in their cells. They start throwing feces at the wall. They start, throwing their fishing lines from door to door. Just trying to be social. They want to talk to somebody. They're yelling through the vents. They just want to talk to somebody, and that's something we have to have. You do have those one-off situations like the guy, the hermit in the woods who stayed out there for shit more than 20 years, I think, just, you know, taking food from people's houses in the woods. That guy, I don't know what the hell happened to him, but that's a case unlike anything a lot of us have seen. You know, that's why people go crazy in prison. We have to have that social life. However we may get it, whether it's negative or positive. You have the people off Catfish who can't get it positively as far as their love life because they may not look the best, and they haven't found someone to just look at them for their personality only, which is, you know, maybe how it should be, but that's not always how it works. So what they do, they act like someone else, and then they start catfishing. They start getting that positive attention through somebody that's not them, and they feed off of that, and they get addicted to it. You see these people that have been doing it for like 5, 10, shit, maybe even 20 years, who knows, you know, until they get caught, and then they're like, I don't know if I'm gonna do it again. Well, yeah, you better know if you're gonna do it again. Like, you guys get the drift. We need attention, whether it's positive or negative. We're gonna get it somehow, and who's to say if you weren't in their position that you wouldn't be feeding off of that negative attention too? So you never know. So, you know, don't judge a book by its cover. Let's go to sleep. Sleep, you want to get your standard, how many hours? 7 hours of sleep. Research has shown that the average amount of time to sleep is 7 hours. Anything less or above that, kind of like with the alcohol, anything less or above 1 to 3 drinks per day, you're living a lesser amount of time. So you want to sleep on average 7 hours. Now that's average. That's not, I'm not saying if you sleep 5 hours you're gonna die tomorrow, or if you sleep 10 then you're fucked. That's not what I'm saying at all. 7's your baseline. Now I've always heard 8. There's a bunch of conflicting research that's going against the grain, so you never know. But with the research that I've done here, you want to look at your 7 hours. You know, try to get that 7 hours of sleep. One thing I didn't cover, sex. A lot of sex boosts your lifespan as well. That's one thing that does not fit into less is more. So sex. I'm sorry if you guys aren't getting sex. Hopefully you've got your red tube tabs pulled up and you're having your little fap sesh daily. Negative to that too, there's your energy levels. You don't want to be burning your energy off right early in the morning before you go to work and you're just dead all day. You know, there's a positive and negative to most things you do. So sex, research shows you want to be having a lot of it. But that's as far as less is more goes. That's food and your alcohol. Drink less, not necessarily cut it out. But yeah, be social. Anyways, I'm going to end this video. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to follow me in the future, please subscribe. Again, I hope you guys like this video. I appreciate you watching them, and peace.